You got a few minutes? I can ask you a few questions about Clay County?
You can, except that somebody else come and bought them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just talking for next year.
Bought two out of his five.
Yeah. Some things so I can do better.
It was a neighbor, so.
Number one, you don't have to be a business or an LLC or anything like that to buy liens in Kentucky, do you?
Right.
And you don't have to be a Kentucky resident or somebody your office knows before you register or anything like that? Okay. Those are a couple of things Mr. Helton's been talking to me online about. It's just bad information. So I wanted to check with you and confirm any individual can buy tax.
Now, I missed part of that. You said something about bad information you're wanting to confirm.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm any individuals can buy tax liens there, and you don't have to be a corporation. You don't have to be known by your office.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Here we go.
Clerk's Office, can I help you?
Good morning, Beverly Craft, please.
That's me.
Oh, hi, Beverly. This is Todd Malico calling. I talked to you Wednesday about had a guy coming down from Lexington to buy for me and was interested in Alice Helton's block of properties, and that all went pretty bad. The guy said, "Oh, I forgot to register in Clay County, so can I buy you something else?" It's just a bad deal. So I wanted to see if I could get some procedures so I can get this right next year. You got a few minutes? I can ask you a few questions about Clay County?
You can, except that somebody else come and bought them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just talking for next year.
Bought two out of his five.
Yeah. Just.
But anyway.
Just procedure-wise, some things so I can do better.
It was a neighbor. So anyway, what is it now that you're wanting to get procedures to do what?
Just
add to what you've got?
No. I live in a tax deed state. I haven't done tax liens yet. It's something I'm just getting into. So I just wanted to find out some things about how it works down there. Just real quick. Number one, you don't have to be a business or an LLC or anything like that to buy liens in Kentucky, do you?
Right.
And you don't have to be a Kentucky resident or somebody your office knows before you register or anything like that? Okay. Those are a couple of things Mr. Helton's been talking to me online about. It's just bad information. So I wanted to check with you and confirm any individual can buy tax.
Now, I missed part of that. You said something about bad information you're wanting to confirm.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm any individuals can buy tax liens there, and you don't have to be a corporation. You don't have to be known by your office.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Registration in your office, is there a fee associated with that just to register in Clay County?
$10 per tax bill that you want to buy.
Okay.
If you're going to do more than 3 in the county, you register with the Secretary of State's office first.
Yeah.
And then you bring that paperwork in and register, here. And then if you're going to do more than 5 statewide, you register with the Secretary of State.
Right.
If you're going to spend more than $10,000, you register with Secretary of State. You do that first before you come to the county.
You answered my next question before I asked it. You're that good. So if you're just buying like 3 in Clay County.
Wait a minute, I said Secretary of State. I misspoke. It's Department of Revenue.
Department of Revenue, right? Oh, but only if you're buying more than 3. Only if you're buying more than 3, correct?
If you're buying more than 3 in this county,
or 10,000,
more than 5 statewide, more than $10,000.
Fantastic. Okay, and in Clay County, the procedure for how the sale actually works, is it a live auction, or do you submit bids, or how does that work?
Okay, it's someone shows up in person to represent whoever it is, whether it be themselves or they send somebody. You have to register more than 10 days in advance.
Okay.
We go through those if you've had a prior year or the previous year. If you're the lien holder on the previous tax year, you can put that on a priority list, and you'll have first dibs on that one.
Okay.
So you turn in your priority list and you turn in your lottery list.
Okay.
Well, then, so we, they'll go through and they'll pull all of those individual bills, everybody's priority list to be pulled out. If the county attorney has turned anything over on the protected list, that'll be so marked.
Okay.
And then come the day of the tax sale, when it gets started. It just, there's no certain prescribed way of how we do that. It depends on how many we have. It depends on if anybody's wanting the same one. You know, like this time we had 10 or 11, and nobody wanted the same one.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
So we didn't have to, you know, we didn't have to draw. We've got a ball of ping pong balls
Okay.
with numbers, and that's how we settle it. If we
Okay.
have to, you know, if we have to choose.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go in the order that it was registered. And anyway, depending on, you know, how we think it's going to go, we may let them choose 3, and then they let the next one choose 3, the next one choose 3, or we may let them choose 1. You know, it just depends.
Okay.
And then, so anyway, once everybody's gone through, you know, and so it's not a bid. It's, you know, you just take turns choosing which ones you want.
Yeah.
So you choose, you know, of course you prioritize it on your end, and, you know, then would be the ones you'd ask for first, because somebody else may ask for the same one. And then, you know, then you pay the amount due on it, and then you file the lien.
Okay. So it's just, it's a flat amount. You're not looking for the highest bidder. You're just looking for the person interested in that particular lien.
Yes.
Okay. That's totally 100% opposite of what we do here. We do highest bidder, but we do deed, you know, we're doing deed sales, not lien sales. So, okay. Fantastic.
Oh, you're doing deed sales. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now once it comes to that point, you know, but that's a year or 2 down the line.
Right. Yeah. It's different. Kentucky.
Then it's bids.
Okay.
Once it goes to master commissioner sale.
Okay. And then, so then at that point, how quick can you get to foreclosure in Kentucky? Because I saw something about a 365-day tolling period, and I'm a little confused.
Yeah, you have to give them a year to pay you back. Then you have to give them 45 days notice that you're going to file a judgment lien. Then once it sits in court, then gets sent to the master commissioner, and then they have it appraised and the whole 9 yards. You know, so it's
it's lengthy.
You know, it'll run you 2 years, probably close to it, to get it done.
Okay.
From the time that you know.
Yeah.
From the time you buy it.
Okay. And another thing I had heard from Mr. Helton, he said he's worried they're going to double his. Can somebody just double the amount overnight if they buy the lien? Can they just charge them whatever they want, or does it have to be reasonable attorney fees and that sort of thing like it is here?
It has to be reasonable, but sometimes it turns out that it is double.
Yeah,
sometimes
if it's a smaller amount.
triple.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. You know, because if you buy $100 tax bill, by the time you add an attorney fee to that, you know, you've probably doubled or tripled it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
if it's
if
small,
you buy a $2,000 tax bill, you know, it probably won't double or triple.
Right. Okay. Also, speaking of fees, does just the property owner have to pay like the sheriff's fee and the county attorney fee and the clerk fee, or is that part of the bidding process? I mean, is that factored in when the third party?
That's factored in when you buy the tax bill.
Okay, fantastic. And last question: if something was an estate, if we're buying a lien on something that's still in probate, that's an estate, is that going to muck everything up, or does that not affect anything?
Well,
if it's still in court, you know, being something like Miss Helton's, because it looks like it's still in probate. Looking at the county.
Well, if the administrator of the estate would have needed to spoken with the county attorney and have that placed on the protected list as being under litigation.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, we don't know.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, that's more of a lawyer,
you know, because
lawyer thing.
You know,
Gotcha.
there was a will, and it's been put on record.
Right.
But you know, so I don't know if the property itself is in litigation. We don't know because there is a will on record. So you know, if it needed to have been on the protected list, then that would have been the responsibility of the administrator to speak with the county attorney and have that take place.
Should have already been placed on that protected list, right? Okay. One thing I did forget: the liens that weren't purchased last Wednesday, are those still available to be bought, or are those just done for this year?
They are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once the tax sale's over, they're still out there, you know, to be done. The date of the tax sale just means you can't do it on that current year prior to that date.
Okay. So
the landowner has until that date to get it taken care of before it goes up. After that, it's open to anybody.
So I'd still need to come down and register with your office and wait 10 days, but then I could do that?
Yeah, and then as far as like, say that on that particular one that there is a lawsuit and it should have been on the protected list and it goes through, you know, then we can issue a refund. And then, I mean, we have done that a time or two, you know, where a company has bought one and it comes up that it should have been on a protected list because of bankruptcy or a lawsuit, whatever, you know, then, you know, there is a process we go through the county attorney and whatnot to get that money refunded to the third-party purchaser, and then they turn around and remove the lien.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little confused about the ones I'm interested in because they appear to still be in probate, but I can't tell. And Mr. Hilton says they're not. He says they're his property, and so I'll find out.
The will says they're his.
Yeah, right.
So
but
you know,
the court,
you don't have to have a new deed drawn up.
Yeah.
You use the old deed plus the will, and then you know that's it. So
okay, yeah, it's confusing, but all right.
But now, if there is other litigation, you know, concerning it, you know, it might affect it. I don't know. You know, I can't say in his case.
Okay, well, we'll find out. I really appreciate your help, Beverly, and appreciate you clarifying that. I'll do better next year. Hopefully, I'll get down there and see you, and we'll get some lien spot next year because I'm really interested in investing in this. So, appreciate your time. You have a great morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it, folks. Very nice person. She was very helpful. The two that are gone were bought by a neighbor, so we got confirmation on that. Didn't even have to ask. She's such a nice lady. But pass this on. Feel free to use it. Get this notification to Vaughn so we can see how he responds to you know, his claims about only individuals can buy, or individuals can't buy, businesses can't buy. You have to be a Kentucky resident. You have to have been registered for months. Yeah, all of that was blown right out of the water here. So until then, have a great day, guys. We'll see you around the forums. Bye-bye.